Hello, boys and girls. Miss Jamie again. We've been learning this week about the garden that God created when He created the world, the light and the dark, the sky and the sea, the land, the trees, the flowers, the birds, the fish, the animals, and Adam and Eve. And yesterday we talked about when Adam and Eve got put out of the garden because they disobeyed what God had to say. And when they moved out of the garden, their life was hard. They had a hard life. And after they moved out of the garden, Adam and Eve had sons. They had two sons. They had Cain and Abel. Oh, and Cain and Abel, as they grew up, they had to work just like Adam and Eve. Now, when they were in the fields working, oh my goodness, it was such hard work. It was such hard work. And so Abel was Adam and Eve's son. And you know what Abel did? Abel tended the animals. He tended the sheep. Oh, he was a shepherd. You ever heard that word before? Shepherd? Oh, that's the title of a person that takes care of the sheep. Sometimes our pastors at church are called the shepherds of the church because they shepherd the flock or the congregation, and they take care of them like a shepherd takes care of his sheep. And then there was Cain, and Cain was a farmer. He grew crops in his field and everything. And he grew corn and wheat and all these things that they could eat. And then when Abel's sheep got bigger, then they were able to kill those sheep and have meat and vegetables. And so that's how they lived. Well, every year, on a certain day, they were expected to offer a sacrifice to God, to thank God for everything that they had had throughout the year. And so, but God had told them, He said, it has to be a blood sacrifice because that's the only thing that I will accept is a blood sacrifice. So, Abel built his altar, and he built the altar up, and you know what? He built a fire on his altar, and he went to his sheep, to his flock, and he picked out the best lamb that he had. He found one that didn't have a spot or a blemish on it, that was snow white, and he got that lamb. And that's what he sacrificed. He put that lamb on the altar, and that was his sacrifice to God. And God was so pleased with that. Oh, God thought, Abel has done exactly what I told him to do. And then Cain built an altar. But you know what, boys and girls? Cain didn't listen. Cain didn't listen to what God had to say. And so Cain went out in his field and he gathered vegetables. And he brought his vegetables and put them on his altar. Well, God looked down on that and God wasn't pleased with that. God had specifically said, I need a blood sacrifice. Oh my goodness. Cain just ignored what God said. That was not good. But then you know what happened? God accepted Abel's sacrifice, and God was very pleased. But God let Cain know that he wasn't pleased with his. Well, you know what happened? Cain got mad. You ever been mad at your brother or sister? Oh, yes. But I mean, Cain got beyond mad. He was so upset because, you know what he said? He said, God likes Abel better than he likes me. Oh my goodness. Have you ever said that about your brothers or sisters? Well, Mom likes her better than she likes me. Or Mom likes him better than she likes me. And we get so mad over things like that. But you know what, boys and girls? God loves us all the same. And God loved Cain just as much as he loved Abel. But Cain disobeyed. And you know what? The thing of it is, Cain wasn't sorry that he disobeyed. He was not sorry. But you know the sad part of it is, Cain got so mad at his brother Abel that one day out in the field, Cain killed Abel. Cain killed his own brother. Oh my goodness, just because he thought God liked him better than he liked Cain. Oh my, how sad. But you know what the sad part was? God spoke to Cain and he said, Cain, I've looked around. Where's your brother Abel? Where's Abel? And Cain said, what am I, my brother's keeper? I'm not my brother's keeper. Oh, sound familiar, boys and girls? I don't know what my brothers are doing. I don't know what my sister's doing. Talk to them. Don't talk to me. Oh. And you know what? God knew all the time what Cain did with Abel. And God was so disappointed because that was Cain's time to say, God, I'm sorry for what I did. But he didn't. And so God sent Cain away. He went away. And you know, he's not mentioned very many times in the Bible because he had the opportunity to say, I'm sorry. You know, boys and girls, every day we have an opportunity to say that we're sorry for things that we've done. Maybe to a friend that we've spoke harshly to. Maybe to our parents when they've said, you need to clean your room, and it was, I don't want to. We have the opportunity every day to say, I'm sorry. But most often we have the opportunity to say, I'm sorry to God for anything that we've done wrong to Him. When you come back next time, we're going to talk about a time that it rained and rained and rained on the earth. I'll see you next time.